This is a mom from California who's going to share her experience with us. Can you tell us how you first got started and what your concerns were for your family that made you consider going on a program?
We adopted 3 children through foster care. I guess the nicest way, we have 2 biological older children, but we went into it with a lot of training, knowing that we were getting children that had been exposed to illegal substances in utero. We knew that there was possibilities of ADHD, learning disabilities, fetal alcohol. All of those were real possibilities. 2 to 3, I think. He was meltdown completely, something I had never seen before in a 2-year-old, over inconsequential things. I didn't get to flush the toilet for you. Those kinds of things. And his behavior really told me, not only his behavior, but his understanding of what I was trying to communicate. You could just see the blank in his eyes. Nothing really connected for him made sense. So I really felt the mother instinct that I couldn't put my finger on it. Knowing the background, knowing what I'd been trained, I needed answers, but I knew I wasn't going to get them from my doctor. I knew I needed another avenue. I happened to go to a fireside and see what the information was about. Was so excited. I had to go to the seminar the next day and went to the all-day seminar and was excited. This is what I was looking for. I'm very, very excited, but after having the first evaluation, very overwhelmed. It was very scary because it is very intensive work with your children. So we have now been doing it off and on for 3 years, mostly on. There's, always normal time for breaks. And we've had huge success. My oldest son would have ended up with bigger problems in school because we didn't really see anything strikingly obvious starting into kindergarten, but he did end up with some reading difficulties. I could tell things were slower for him in 1st grade. And my youngest, she just has had a slower time learning things, but she's been very, very verbal, so you didn't really pick up on that there was holes until we did have the evaluations and started with her about a year after the boys had started. They are now so close to done. We have just a little bit to finish up. The boys, I cannot believe, I'm astounded at how well coordinated they are. Their sports are through the roof, so they feel very confident on the playground with friends. Making friends, behavior is so much better. Not that we're perfect. It takes time and training. And what else? The second one's meltdowns are way less often and not near the magnitude that they were. He is doing extremely well in reading, way ahead grade level. The older one has really picked up this year, advanced a whole grade level in 6 months in reading, and I don't really see areas of difficulty for him in school. He's an avid math, can memorize things with the drop of the hat. So he's very good at math, very good at his spelling. He's come a long way with his reading comprehension. I think he'll be this great once we finish up the last few little things.
How hard was it?
Pretty hard. There were, days that you want to pull your hair out and good days, and I finally learned how to relax. It took me a little while, so that was probably the biggest thing, is to relax and play. And not so I really stressed at the beginning about accomplishing every meter, accomplishing every thing, and I always would feel bad when I didn't, and learned that that's not so important as them having a good time with me and still seeing progress. And so it's we're going to go at it again, hopefully with this better attitude and having fun and accomplishing good things at the same time.
Would you do it again?
Oh yes.
And what?
I see friends coming here that we have for play dates, interactions on the playground with children at church, and they are perfectly liked and interact well. I hear great things from scout leaders, from coaches. I don't hear any negatives.
Excellent. Thank you so much, and congratulations.